The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah, sorry, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Zelooperz in the building. My God, how are you today?
Good as fuck, chilling. Just coming off of being shaded as hell last night. My brain just not waking up.
The way your words just slurred.
Bro, my shit is emancipated. My shit is gone.
My son said, so trying to be back.
Yeah, my shit slurred.
Well, what you did last night?
I was in the stew with Steve Lacy, the homie. Like we made some shit. That shit was fire as hell. But that's like my real friend, so we never even been in the studio before. Like, and he just so happened to be out here. I was like, let me just pull up on Cuz, see what he's doing. And I just rapped on his beats. It was fire.
That's tight. I love relationships like that where you guys haven't worked on anything in ever because you guys are just friends. Like,
yeah,
it's
that's my real friend.
It's like you don't probably even be talking about music like that when y'all together.
Hell no. Like, I played him one song, but he played my music for his peoples, his mom and shit, his sisters and shit.
That's fire.
Yeah, that's the homie. Like, went to Six Flags on his birthday and shit. That shit was lit as fuck. I ain't riding no rides, but I held they shit because I ain't getting on the ride. I ain't gonna lie. And most of them motherfuckers, I'm too tall to get on that shit anyways. It's a height limit thing. So I'm like, fuck that shit. I was going on one ride, the little water one, but when you go down in motherfucking canoe, the log shit,
yeah,
that shit was just wet. That's all.
You can't be doing rides like that?
I'm not fucking with that shit.
Is it just because you're too?
I don't like
you're
heights.
just too tall.
I don't like heights, man. I feel like I've been so tall my whole life. I'm tired of being up here. So when I get on the motherfucking roller coaster or some shit, I don't like that shit. You're not about to scare me. I ain't paying to get scared, man. You know what I'm saying? All that stomach and your shit falling down in your stomach, I don't like that shit. That's the only thing I don't fuck with, heights.
Really?
That's the only thing I'm scared of. I even pet a snake, but I ain't getting on the fucking roller coaster. Fuck that shit.
Damn.
Think about it. We gotta stop thinking about it. The thought about it.
It's giving you anxiety.
Up my conscience. Fucking my shit.
I was about to say one day somebody's gonna force you to get on like King to Kyle.
No, they did. They forced me before. Six Flags paid us one time to go on some rides.
They paid you to go on the ride?
Yeah, me and the homies.
Oh, they said you pussy. Here's a
let
sack.
me tell you what happened. No, they tried to do us good. Put us in a little room on the campus and all this shit. Man, when them motherfuckers sent that paperwork for me to sign that video off, you know I ain't signed that shit. I'm like, you ain't gonna catch me like that.
That's why the video never came out?
Oh, I closed my eyes on that bitch and everything. I'm like, I don't even want to see it. I don't want to never see it. I don't want this to be on the internet. Like, I hate rides, dog.
Nah, you should have let it fly on the internet. I feel like that would have been a good little viral moment for you.
No, that was the first thing that I was like, yeah, I'm not signing this shit. They sent that shit come out. I'm like, I ain't signing this shit.
Who else was on the ride with you?
Danny Brown.
Oh, it was you, Danny Brown?
Yeah, me and Brown. Our manager came too, but he ain't get on the ride. And that's what another part I was like, you know what? You're not about to do me like that. Like, you ain't riding the shit. I don't even want to be here. I was scared as shit. Then I happened to take a bunch of edibles that day. I was off like 400 milligrams of fucking edibles. I was so high, my eyes was bloodshot red walking through the park, and the park was closed. It was before anybody got there. I remember eating a burger and drinking a milkshake at that bitch, just trying to get this shit down. I was just fucking that shit up by myself. I just walked off on the homies.
You know the meme of like the fox that's sitting on the step, and it's like,
oh yeah,
it's like fighting for my life.
funny part about that shit. Was he blue? The fox was blue.
No, it's like hold on. It's like when you're focusing on not dying. Hold on.
Man, I'm telling you, like, only way I can ride them bitches, I gotta squeeze my shit tighter.
Hold on. It's
Just
like
you can't do that shit.
I found it. Well, there's a couple of these memes. It's like it's this fox. It's like when you dumb high and you focusing on not dying.
Oh yeah,
that was
the
you.
homie had this shit on his phone, but it was a blue. He was a blue version.
A blue version.
Yeah,
but that was you in the park though. You were like, all right, I just gotta make it through this day.
Man, my shit was. I was gone. I was so high off them edibles. I don't even know why I even took them bitches. It was like he was like, yeah, I got some. You think you be good? That shit did not work out like that. It made it even worse. I think that's probably what's like scarred me for life. Them fucking edibles in that ride. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't doing this shit no more.
But anyway, so the song with Steve Lacy, you guys finally got something.
We was making.
You working making something?
We working on some shit, but it's like I told him like even before I came, I'm like, bro, I don't care about putting this shit out. Like, let's just have some fun. Like, and he basically like looked out for me and shit because he knew I wanted to record too. So we were just really like we were just having fun. I just got in the bitch, just start freestyling. But one of the ones out of all of them, it was super crazy. Like the third one.
Oh, you guys made a couple last night.
I be making a lot of songs in the studio. I made 4 last night.
Okay.
But it was like an hour, 2 hours, just rapping.
And that's why you're so tired today.
No, that's not why I'm tired. I don't know how to stop drinking after I'm like done. I sit in the bed and just be drinking like at night, like fuck it. If the bottle's still there, if it still exists, it's got to be drank. I don't never leave no liquor in the bottle. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Leave liquor in the bottle.
No, like what is the point of that? Like
Save it for later.
you gonna start drinking when you in the morning. You gonna save it for later. We should buy another bottle. I ain't saving no liquor, man. It's only so much anyway.
Rob, are you nodding your head like agreeing with him?
Yeah, ain't no point in saving liquor in the bottle.
What's wrong with y'all?
The funny part about it, when I woke up, it was this much left. I just threw that shit in the garbage. I said, you know what? I'll see you later, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I drink you right now, I would be fucked up. I little shit.
Throwing up and shit.
No, I don't throw up like that. I don't throw up.
Oh, you don't throw up?
I probably threw up like 5 times in my life. I don't throw up.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm kind of good at that shit.
I think probably about the same for me from liquor. Yeah, probably about like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, it take me a while to get drunk too. Like
same.
I be shaded, but it's like when you walk that life, it's like it's a second nature. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
it's like smoking weed. Like your tolerance is a little higher.
Yeah. I don't do that no more. That shit be giving me panic attacks. I can't smoke that sativa shit. These new niggas that shit that they making, this shit too strong. Too strong. I used to smoke profusely. Now I'm like, I'm straight. I hit the blunt if it's indica one time, but I'm like, I smoke like an old man now.
That's me too, bro.
Yeah,
Finally,
like,
somebody who gets me.
You know what I'm saying?
I smoke like an old man. I'll take like 2 or 3. If I do more than 4,
yeah,
I'm zooted on the couch fighting for my life.
Yeah, I had smoked a pre-roll. I don't know what kind of sativa that shit was, but I'm just on the way back home in the Uber, like, man, let me send out a message to somebody, give them my password to my distro kid or some shit. Cause before I croak in this bitch, I was done. I was scared as hell. I'm like, man, this the way I'm gonna go out. And then I'm like, man, if I die in this Uber off of weed though, high as shit, and I literally smoke a zip a day at one point in my life, like. All up into 2 years ago, I just smoked so much, but now I hit the certain weed. I be like, you know what? It's over for me. I started talking to God like I ain't gonna do this shit no more. Like when you get drunk as hell, you hung over, like it be one of them. But yeah, I was in the back of that Uber like, man, I can't die right now because if I die in this bitch, he ain't gonna know I'm dead until I get home. It's gonna take a while. That mean it's like, and then I'm like, damn, how am I feel like I'm about to OD on some weed? But this shit crazy, bro.
This is me. This is me in the back of
bro.
Uber.
That shit like that should be crazy. I can't fuck with that.
One time I smoked this pre-roll somebody here gave me, and I smoked. I think I was with some girl, and I smoked it, and we went back to the crib, and she's like, "You mad quiet?" And I was like, "Cause I'm fighting for my life."
Yeah, like
I was like, "Get me some,
save me,
get me some sparkling water." Because what my ex told me was like, when you drink, like it's because it's in your lungs, so you gotta burp it out.
Right.
So I would just get like whenever I smoke, if I feel like I might OD because I know myself, I might just keep smoking because I'm not thinking about it. I get like a big ass bottle of sparkling water, and if I'm panicking, I just chug the whole shit.
That's your placebo. That's your placebo. Because what if that shit don't even work?
That's my placebo.
Nigga just burping like a motherfucker. Like I'm gonna get rid of this shit. Like yeah, but that shit be strong as hell now. Hey, I think it was the pre-roll shit. I'm like, I don't know what they be trying to do, but like I ain't fucking with that shit no more. I started off smoking Reggie's. You know what I'm saying? I started with Reggie's. I used to pinch my stepdad bag. You know what I'm saying? He leave on the mantle every night and smoke some Reggie's. But like, I used to just roll like 10. Like I come from what you call it, Swisher Sweets. So we rolled 10 of them bitches on the table, crush them Reggie down. Them bitches be hard as a brick. Now this new shit, this shit is too much. Then I got to the Zai and all this shit. I'm like, all right, it's cool. Then one day I was like, you know what? I'm spending too much money on this shit. Too much money on weed. And I'm like, this shit I literally thought about it. I'm like, I'm just burning it away. But now people want to give me free weed. Now I just got passed out to the homies. They be giving me so much shit, I just pass it out. I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, I hit it every now and then, but you can keep giving me the free shit, but I'm just sharing. Man.
You just sharing. You went to Eric Andre's birthday party this weekend.
Yeah, he asked me to perform at that shit. That shit was crazy as hell. Cause I ain't meet him yet. So this is birthday party. Like I already knew what I was getting myself into. Like, so I come down to the green room. I'm in the I'm in my room and I just hear balloons everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them rave type joints. This nigga had
Seditionary. What does that mean?
Motherfuckers with whips, all type of crazy shit.
Help me out, Calvin. What's like not seditionary? Dominatrixes.
All that type of shit.
That's crazy.
He had a nigga on the table. He had a nigga on the table, naked, with sushi all over his body. He had a petting zoo. He had bunny rabbits, ponies. This nigga had everything.
But he had a man on the table, like naked with.
Yeah, with sushi on his body. They was eating sushi off of him. I'm like, yeah, this shit lit. Like, that shit was lit as fuck.
He walks in, he sees the guy on the table, he sees the balloons, he sees bunny rabbits. He's like, wow, this is it. This is a vibe.
No, the nigga had the money with his face on it too. I don't know where that shit at. But that shit was crazy as fuck. I went upstairs one time just to like see what's going on. I came back downstairs, got drunk with the homies. Like, it was just crazy. It was two different parties. One downstairs, one upstairs.
Too much energy for you?
No, that's my type of party.
Okay.
I was in my bag. It was lit.
But why'd you go upstairs and come back down?
Because I don't like standing up.
Oh, okay.
I don't like standing
downstairs
up.
you could chill. Upstairs was
I don't like standing up. I don't like going to nowhere, no bar or anything if I got to stand up. I don't like standing up for too long. I don't know why. I think of when you get this tall and shit, you start swaying, you know what I'm saying? Your equilibrium be fucked up. I got long ass torso and shit. Like, it's like my shit, I don't know. Did the wind blow? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fall over. Don't like standing up.
Not the wind blow, bro. You inside. Where's the wind coming from?
This nigga breathing.
They crack the window. They crack the window open. Just a small gust of wind, and you're just like, oh shit.
No, nigga, like the fans that be in the building too. You know that little gust.
What little gust? They all blowing at you.
Yeah, I just don't like standing up, especially when I'm getting shaded. I'm like, no, it ain't the vibe.
Oh my god, I almost realized. I thought your Air Forces were like black. Are those
all black? These the Elite Jones. They cost $5.
Talking shit.
Yeah, I mean, they almost beaters now. I brought them to New York so I could do what I had to do, but they got that good leather on them. So, you know what I'm saying?
So you just came to New York just to do some shows and shit?
Yeah, the Eric Andre shit, and I wanted to do this for a while, so I was excited about this. I'm like, I'm trying to match this shit up, and my flight supposed to be at 10 tonight, but I might stay. So like, yeah, but I'm like, let me lock it in earlier in the day, cause towards later in the day, I might leave, but I probably end up staying.
Do you feel like you're like that a lot? Like you're very kind of like you just go with the flow?
Yeah, I don't like I can live anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to being on tour most of my, you know what I'm saying, 20s and shit. So we be on the road all the time. I'm like used to being in a different place at all the time. Yeah. So I just like, but I got a lot of homies out here, so I'm like, this is my fam. I can literally just stay, like, and then to go back to Detroit, it's like a hour flight. So I'm staying in Detroit right now. I was out in LA for a year, but I'm about to go on tour. So I'm like, let me just go home for a second and get my mind right before I go back on the road and shit.
When you going back on tour?
I'm supposed to be going next month.
Okay, word. You're headlining or it's your show? Okay, cool.
It's my second headline tour, so that shit gonna be fire.
Who you got opening up for you?
Man, usually, what I did last time is niggas that's in every city. I have a different artist in every city.
That's tight. I like that.
And like most of the time, I feel like that's the best way I should do it, cause it's like even if they is a little established, cause I got friends that's more so established too, but it's like young niggas that's from cities, like putting them on and shit. That shit cool to me, cause I was once a nigga that, needed that, So I'm like, if I could do that in every city, like, they'll fuck with me more, just like showing, a young nigga love. Because I did it last time. That shit was sweet as hell because they was going crazy.
Right.
I fuck with it.
And because you mentioned Detroit, obviously, but like I peeped on like a past interview, you spoke about like a collab with Baby Tron. Where's that joint at?
Huh?
Where's the joint with Baby Tron?
I got it on my phone, but we ain't did nothing with it yet.
There's just no plan for it yet.
No. I got a lot of songs with a lot of niggas. I just like, it's like I just feel like when the song is supposed to come out. And then like, it could go either way. He could use it or I could use it, but I ain't really, you know what I'm saying?
No plan for it yet.
Yeah, we made more than one. Like I got like 5 of them like on my phone. Well, I feel like 2 or 3 of them is really sweet, but.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
But congrats on the new project.
Thank you.
I saw you had tweeted that you said that this has been like, at least from your eyes, the most well-received release that you've had.
Yeah, it's also about perception and like employing that energy with your project too. It's like you tell people what's going on. And I know like that's a fact for me, but still after I said it, that's when I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this more often. You know what I'm saying?
Do what
Like,
more often?
like I said it's my best project, but then they was like, yeah, this is best project. So I feel like that works. You know what I'm
Oh, like
saying?
if you say it's your best project, then everybody gonna be like, yo, he's right.
Yeah, I was dead ass being serious, like to myself. Then I thought about, I'm like, yeah, even if I don't like some shit, you know, if it's my shit, I think I'm gonna say that shit.
I was thinking about that too, because I was watching, you know how Hulu got the new Rap Caviar documentary thing, and they got
Yeah.
like the different people. I was watching the Roddy Ricch one the other night, which was super like definitely emotionally charged for him because of how his second album was received
Yeah.
and how it wasn't received as well as the first. But I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, I wonder if he had just went out and been like, this is my best body of work. Would people have like, you know, like a placebo? Would it have been like a placebo for people too?
So
It's interesting.
with that being said, if the shit ain't hitting, it's not hitting. You know what I'm saying? But my shit just so happened to be hitting. So like you could get people to listen to it once, but your shit gonna have to be that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that placebo don't work for everything.
True. You
Feel
right.
me?
You right. But then also, like, you know, when I'm watching it, you know, they're talking about like the sophomore slump and all this other shit. But it is interesting, like, seeing the other side of like what artists go through from album to album. Because sometimes you could look at someone like a Tyler the Creator, who for the most part, every single one of his albums has had some type of very much critical success.
Yeah.
And then, you know, someone like Roddy, who first album come out the gate, swing in, wins a Grammy his second year, and then second album comes out, doesn't do as well, but then now it's kind of getting back to
this
where
was
he's at.
metaphor I would use for that. So my trajectory, the way I be my whole career is going up because I've been rapping for 10 years. I feel like the last 4 years is when they've been on the incline. But I have a slow and steady like incline. When you take that elevator and you go straight to the top, that shit happens fast. It's a lot of shit you gotta you running through a crowd of fucking. You running through a crowd in a war, like you know what I'm saying. You the
Yeah.
only soldier on that side,
Type
and,
shit.
and at that speed, you gonna get hit multiple times in a short amount of time with anything. So when you shoot up to the top like that, it's harder for you to like, you know what I'm saying, maintain that energy. Cause like and, you know what I'm saying, reference to Roddy, like yeah, his first shit was crazy. Like I listened to the second shit, but it wasn't like his first shit to me, you know. But that's also like how much I like that first project too. Is so good, and you know what I'm saying. It's hard to come back like that, but the slow and steady, that's the one. Like Tyler, like he didn't just shoot straight to the
Right.
He did have like, but he was always super different. So it's like it's a demographic that he had built on his own.
Yeah.
Like Roddy and Tyler got two different fan bases and shit. So it's like it's not the same energy.
Right.
Feel me?
The turtle always won the race, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm fucking with myself. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. You
Right.
feel me? I'm chilling like a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I still look cute. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is shave this shit. I'll be fucking 21 again. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm fucking with it.
And you've been doing it independently.
Yeah, all by my fucking self. Like, cause at first, I just feel like if I knew if I started doing what I did 4 years ago, when I first started, I probably wouldn't even like how it would be for me right now. It's like everything I learned at the right time. So it's fun doing it by yourself, but at a point you're gonna start needing help and shit. But I fucking feel like I maintained a decent amount of, you know what I'm saying, of that already. So I'm just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just keep on, like, trying to outdo my last shit.
Do you feel like you're going to need help soon?
Shit, you always need help. You always need help.
Well, do you feel like, okay, let me rephrase that. Do you feel like you would need, like, the type of, like, the machine behind you soon?
Yeah, not a machine, but I'm talking to some people. You know what I'm saying? But it's fun when you know what I'm saying, doing it by yourself, too. It's just like, it's hard when you got to do all the jobs. Like, I even DJ for myself. I make my own beats, DJ for myself. Then I ship out
I got to
all
go to
my
one of your
shit.
shows because I got to see what you DJing for yourself looks like.
Yeah. Like, I do all that shit by myself. So, that shit get a little strenuous at a point.
I was about to say, that got to weigh on you heavy.
I do too much shit. Like, that's why I was like, this whole last year, I was like, let me just make an album instead of doing all this shit. I even, like, chilled on pain and shit. I was like, I don't even feel like doing this right now. I wanted to rap.
How much, like, have you been painting again?
Yeah, but I haven't painted in the last month or two. Like, but that's because I have to be in a good place in my head to paint. And I just was finished this album, so I'm like, all right, now I can paint again. But when you finishing the album, you wrapping that shit up, you really kind of going psycho, you know? Like what I feel like I'll just be like really meticulous, like trying to get shit right, you know?
I get it. Like we just started like being in the studio a lot, making music with like other artists, like for what we're working on, and like I'm even in there like, all right, this sounds like I feel like I keep going back every like 5 minutes trying to change something. Not because I don't like it, just because like it's like part of that like it's like the ADHD in me. It's like or the OCD, whatever. It's a little bit of everything.
Especially with shit like sound.
Yeah, you want it to be perfect.
Yeah, sound is a crazy ass field to play in. Like, shit gotta sound right. Shit gotta be perfect. It's a way. It's not just what you say; it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? Volume, everything. Like, that's how I feel. I was talking to homie. I'm a good A&R knows a good mix too. Like, it's a lot of different jobs inside being an A&R. Shit, talking to my homie about that.
A good A&R knows a good mix.
Yeah, it got to sound good in all aspects. Cause you could have a bad mix on the song and it'd be a hit, and the A&R will tell you, oh yo, you might want to go get this shit remixed or whatever.
And then they put it out and it's even bigger now.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah.
Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
A&Rs aren't what they used to be.
No, they ain't shit.
You said they ain't
A lot
shit.
of these motherfuckers ain't shit like they used to be. The soul is leaving. You know, everybody is a lot of these artists is like very one trick ponies. You know what I'm saying? Or with sound and everything. So I'm like, yeah, that's why it's way more exciting to have a new artist come out though that's really good.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, oh, finally, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah, I think I'm referencing the Hulu doc again because it's off the top of my brain. But even like Tyler talking about how he like went back and like learned how to play piano and did all this other shit. Like to me, like I think about that and I'm like, wow, I'm really glad that I watched this because it's like I feel like sometimes, like you said, like sometimes the shit that we listen to, it feels like that one trick pony shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of incredible young artists making music, like making songs, properly structured songs.
I don't want a cartoon ass nigga.
Huh?
I'm not listening to a cartoon. You're not about to wear the same fit on me all the time. You know what I'm saying? You do the same shit every day. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. It's not sweet. It's like it don't give you nothing to be looking out for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't get excited for like new projects.
We know you're not doing nothing new, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like you just doing the same shit.
Yeah.
You know you on the same block, all that shit.
Yeah. That's why I be trying to tell the young guys. I'd be like, yo, you gotta go see other shit. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it's easier said
You
than
gonna
done.
run it up in that 1 year, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna love you. Then you gonna be that same nigga thinking that's what you supposed to be doing, like trying to impress niggas. That shit fuck you up all the time, trying to impress niggas. That's what's wrong with a lot of artists. They trying to impress niggas.
When you gotta just be yourself and
Yeah,
just
like it's gonna do what it do. Like I'd rather be myself than like not even say try to impress niggas or like I'd rather just figure out who I am. You know what I'm saying? Versus like assuming that I know who I am. Like,
Yeah.
and that, you feel me?
Yeah. I think that's always kind of the tough part because, when artists come in, especially like some of the ones who, come from certain environments and certain neighborhoods, it's like the people in their neighborhoods limit them from being who they really are. So when you see artists like
Too many people in their ear.
Huh? Too many people in their ear. But then, like, it's cool when you see someone like a little Uzi or like a Tyler who come from those type of spaces but are able to look past what people are saying and look past like the this is what you're supposed to be and be who you act, and then versus being who you actually are, then you have literally superstars and rock stars.
Yeah, exactly. Differentiation.
Like you look at Lil Uzi. I remember Uzi when he first came out. I'm like,
that's one of my favorite niggas.
Me too.
I just want to rock.
I just want to rock.
That nigga came back with that bitch though. Everybody thought that nigga lost it. No, that nigga he got this shit.
Yeah.
I know his new album gonna be crazy as fuck too, but he can't count Uzi out.
Cause it's like even when you see like the before he was like Uzi and it's like the videos of him like rapping in the hallways, and then you see the evolution through like the SoundCloud era and then the XXL freestyle, and then to now it's like you see how he's always just kind of become more and more comfortable with just being himself.
Uzi's my type of artist because I feel like people might say the same shit about me. The first time I listened to every song that I really like the most, I don't like it. And then I listen to it again. I'm like, yo, this shit is so fucking fire. Like, it'd be always the second play with Uzi. Like, not like the first time I listened to it, I'd be like, what is this? Then like the second time, I'm like, okay, I get it. I know what this is now. I could actually feel it. So like,
yeah.
yeah.
But also sometimes things just take time to resonate with you.
Yeah.
Like Tyler's album,
Especially different shit.
I could be honest, like, and I keep bringing up Tyler just because this is the space I've been in this past week. But I feel like even Tyler's album lately, like, it resonated with me last year. I enjoyed it. I loved the tour, but it didn't like, you know, when an album resonates with you, but it doesn't stick with you.
Yeah.
And then now it's sticking with me.
Yeah, sweet.
Yes, and it's just like, okay, cool. It's because you know, you lived a little bit more, you've seen some things, you understand more, and then maybe now just certain things that didn't resonate a year ago are like, okay, this clicks for me. Like you with the Uzi shit, like you listen to it the first time, you're like, the fuck is this? And even if you listen to it a second, third time, you might be like, I don't get it yet. And then like the fourth or fifth time, you're like, it hits.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, well, yeah, I'm waiting for that new album that he got.
That shit gonna be fire.
That shit gotta be hard.
Yeah,
gotta be crazy.
So now that you're back in kind of like a place where you can kind of, you got the project out now, you can kind of just chill for a little bit. Besides painting, what else are you trying to do?
After this tour, I'm gonna go somewhere and like actually have a vacation. I never really did that. Most of the time, I'm like, even when I've been overseas, it was just for work and shit. So I was like, I just want to go somewhere and chill for like a week or two. But that's it. But come back and work. I really like working, so.
Yeah, it's hard for people like us to take a vacation for more than like a week.
Yeah, I like working. I start getting studio sick, or I'll be wanting to paint or some shit. I want to work.
Yeah, can't sit on your ass for too long.
No.
So we got the tour in the works, freestyle now. By the time y'all see this, anything else you cooking this year that people got to be on the lookout for and be excited about? Cal, I got you. Don't worry.
Multiple different projects that I got. Collab projects I got with different producers and shit like that.
What's one producer?
Real Batman. You ever heard of him? Yeah, you gotta check that shit out. You ever heard of Boldy James?
Yes, of
he
course.
Got projects with him.
I got projects with Boldy.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Boldy too.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Shout out Boldy too. Isn't it crazy? Like also like seeing the sound. Like, and I bring this up with every Detroit artist because I need every Detroit artist to be like aware of like what's kind of been going on. Have you seen like people in like the Northeast starting to rap over like Detroit beats?
Everybody been doing this shit for the last 2 years.
But it's gonna get popular. It's gonna
fucking
reach a new
splendid
level, huh?
It's fucking splendid. But I don't even rap on Detroit.
I know, but I'm just saying it's just cool.
But
it's just cool to see
It's fucking splendid. But that shit funny as hell. And it's like our city's been like underdogs for so long. So when niggas do that shit, it be just funny as hell to me. I'm like, wow, this shit crazy. It's like, cause like nobody from like the niggas that's on right now like been rapping for a second.
Right.
And, like. They knew that they was good at the shit, but we didn't like know that we would be, you know what I'm saying? Like who we are today. Like niggas like Face, you know what I'm saying? That nigga been rapping a long time. And for him to get where he that's one of my favorite, you know, Detroit rappers.
Yeah.
And he just happened to be a cool ass nigga too. Like that's like that shit crazy to us still.
Yeah.
But about goddamn time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what Vezo said too. Vezo was like he was telling me like how like 5 years ago when he walked into like label meetings.
Yeah,
like,
I seen that. I seen that. I watched it. He was like, yeah, them niggas looked damn crazy. Like the music was trash. But you know what I'm saying? It's all a cycle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That shit is wild, man. That shit is crazy. That shit just fucked me up. Just thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody was listening to us.
It's tight though. I ain't gonna lie. I like it. You know, because I mean, I feel like Vezo, like you mentioned Vezo and Ray, and I'm just like they have been, like you said, they've been doing it for a minute too. So it's just kind of cool to see like the recognition kind of come about.
Vezo was locked up for a second too.
Yeah.
I remember when he got out, he had like a listening party and shit. And I had went to that shit, and it was cool as hell. Like he a cool ass nigga too. Like if you working, like, and them niggas all respect like you being yourself. So it's like one thing about it, if you good and you like you actually care about your craft, we all work together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's one thing that Detroit really got too. Niggas don't be hating on each other like that. You know, they all hustlers. Nobody like everybody want to see everybody eat. It's like how Atlanta had they run and shit. But I feel like Detroit shit gonna last longer because it's like it's a lot of real music being put out.
Yeah. Hey man, here's to longevity, right?
Yeah.
Here's the longevity.
Yeah.
Well,
I
look-
mean, as long as I think it's gonna keep going. They keep passing the torch. But the niggas that's running this shit now, as long as them niggas good, you know what I'm saying? I'll be gone by the time, like, shit.
But then, like, on the opposite side, you know, like, on, like, non-Detroit type beats, if you want to call it that, you know, you got, I had this kid here, White Rose Moxie, right? That's what I'm saying? Right, White Rose Moxie. He's super fire. I just got put on him about a month or two ago. You know, and I like that shit, too, because at the end of the day, like, all y'all gonna end up coming up together in a way, and I think that's tight.
Yeah, I heard the cuz before.
He's tight.
Yeah, I think my homie, one of my homies manages him and so. But yeah, so much different shit. And then you got Flint and shit too, like
Flint, yep.
Really, it's Flint and Detroit type beats. Like it's a mesh in between the two sounds, but Flint really did it too. Like it went crazy. Rio the Young OG, all them niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Down to YSR Grams, everybody is like, they whole shit go crazy.
Well, I'm excited for Detroit, man. And I'm excited for you, you know? Go get some rest.
Yeah.
Take a vacation. Go paint a little bit. Go enjoy some life.
Mm-hmm.
Freestyle out now. Cal's question about to happen. Freestyle now, performance out now. Cal, come ask your question, sir.
You got a secret cut? I ain't never seen this part of the show. I ain't gonna lie.
He be doing it with artists that he likes.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cal's Questions. So look, my question for you today is, you know, you've been rapping for a while. You've collaborated with numerous artists and producers. But one of my favorite people that you've collabed with is Danny Brown. You know, you guys have collabs going back as early as 2014, I believe. And he's been featured on your most recent album. You guys feature on each other's. Anyway, what is it like when you two get in the booth? Like, what is your vibe when you guys are hanging out together? Like, what's your relationship like when you guys are hanging out?
Thanks, Cal.
We never we be in the studio like when we work it separately, but we never made a song like we never did that in the booth together type vibe. Like we never did that. But that's my that's like my big brother, you know what I'm saying? We just be clowning, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, like Brown taught me a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where I started going on tour first and all that shit. But yeah, that shit tatted on my stomach, bruised good. So yeah, that's my family, man. That motherfucker, Danny is the truth, man. But when it comes to like being the real lyricist, like music and shit, he take that shit way more serious than I didn't see anybody. Like he really loved rapping. He really like writing. Like, but yeah.
Shout out Danny.
It's a party. It's a parade in my city, yeah. That's what it is.
Well, look, man, I appreciate you being here. Like I said, freestyle and performance out now. Before we get out of here, let the people know where they can follow you at. Anything else you want to let them know? Now's the time to do it. This camera right here.
ZELOOPERZ. Just type it in Google, whatever you want to type. You know what I'm saying? Fine. That's it.
Boom. Well, there you have it. Well, make sure you go follow him. Go run up the new project out now. Go run up the freestyle and performance. Both of those are out now. Go follow him. Go show him some love. Go show him support. Love is free. Support is free. But try to renew that. Till next time, it's on the radar. We out. Boom. I got